What is going on, everybody? Happy Victory Monday and happy first place, Brahmas Nation. You know me, Loudmouth of the
That's
South.
right.
It's your
First
boy,
place Monday.
SAJ.
Victory Monday.
DJ.
Yep. DJ
What's
over
up,
here.
everybody?
Who's that
DJ,
guy
yes,
out
sir.
there? You
Hey,
notice I've got
everybody,
my
I'm
Victory
BD.
cigar.
Oh, yeah.
You're frozen BD.
Oh, geez.
So
Oh yeah, he is.
yeah, I think Brian's having the technical difficulties. So while he kind of sorts that out, we'll just look at him and keep talking. Oh, there he is. I
All
think he's finally got back up. It's that
Got me back. Got
Comcast
me back.
AOL.
Hey, all right. Here I am.
There he
Apparently,
is.
yeah.
There you go.
All right. But
So
you know what?
How we feeling?
Jorge's not here. Brahmasita's not here, so I'll do the honors for us.
Yeah, I got my cup, black cup.
Oh, yeah.
Can't tell you what's in there.
Cheers.
I have my cup elsewhere, and it's going to have unsweet iced tea in it, but I'll go get that in a little bit.
Unsweet iced tea is crazy.
Unsweet iced tea is the only way to go, man. Fuels the
That's
masses,
crazy.
baby. But while everybody's cracking a cold one or having a nice, cold, refreshing beverage, we have a lot to celebrate and a lot to talk about tonight. So first things first, season ticket member event. We just had it on Friday. For those that were able to make it, you saw all the craziness, all the fun that we had there and everything like that. For those that were not able to make it, you missed out, man. It was a good event. However, we far exceeded
people
what the
there.
expectations. Yeah. Was just going to talk
absolutely.
about that. So yeah, the expectation was that about 300 people were going to make it out. We had over 900 people come out to the event. And that's not all the season ticket holders. That's just the ones that made it out. I know there was a lot of season ticket holders that showed up at the Alamo Dome on Saturday to pick up their yellow out shirts and all that good stuff. But the event itself was pretty awesome. BD, you want to fill everybody in on some of the cool stuff that happened there while I go get my cup?
So yeah, I mean it was that on Andretti's kind of a hard time to get to 4:00 on a Friday afternoon in one of the worst traffic areas. But
As
we
usual.
got there. I got there, right at 4:00, and the line to get in was absolutely crazy. It was wrapping all the way around the inside of Andretti's, and they're letting people in, giving us wristbands. They had discounted for food and drinks and stuff like that. Gave us all our yellow out shirts once we actually made it down the line into the banquet room we were all in. And they had a bunch, I say a bunch, there's probably, 6 players that showed up. And then AJ showed up too. And it was cool. It wasn't, they were kind of mingling with us, and it was just a really cool time. Just hanging out and just eating and drinking and just kind of a normal event, kind of what we do. So
That's what's up, man. I like the fact that
Yep.
they
Yeah.
tapping
Now-
into the community a little bit.
yeah, it's
100%.
it's great. I hope they do a lot more next year. This is kind of what's needed to build the fan base, stuff like this.
Yep. Well, and not just even that. I'm sure you guys saw the pictures. I don't remember exactly what school it was, but they actually made it out to an elementary school as well. That's super important. We've talked about that
Very.
before. How you get that community involvement by getting the kids involved. Kids see a professional player, they connect with that professional player. They want to emulate that professional player. That kid's going to go home and tell his mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, hey, I saw such and such, Kirkland or Scott or whoever, right? Dormandy, Garbers, whoever. Not Nick Holly, unfortunately, but they're going to see some of these players and they're going to tell their folks about it, and they're going to want to go see it. And that's going to help get more people involved, more eyes on the league, right? So
Absolutely.
it's very important.
And like what
continue this engagement.
And like what Brahma Babe set up in the chat, yeah, they had 2 other events. They had one at the school, and I thought they had one at SeaWorld. I believe I heard. So, yeah, I mean they were out in the community like crazy on Friday, which was fantastic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know I saw a lot of people who made comments about what is the I guess the perks that comes along with season tickets, because they was like a lot of events was open to the public and they didn't feel, I guess exclusive to the whole season ticket vibe. So this was exclusively for season ticket members. So there you go. There you have it.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and there's other perks to that as well, right?
Oh yeah,
There's
it's more. Yeah,
on-field experiences. The team picture that we took, for
the
example,
discount on the store.
the discount on the
You got
store.
the merch discount.
For those that for those that didn't maybe know about the picture, weren't able to stick around for it. They took a picture of the entire fan base that stuck around and went out onto the field. In addition to giving us some merch and stuff like that, which again, guys, thank you so much. I got to get some merch for my kids. They were super happy about it, to the point where they're pushing me to now buy more season tickets for them. So I can take friends and family now, right? And I have a pretty decent sized family, but they want more. So, right, it works. It works 100%. But we took the team picture. We got to meet some of the players. We got Wing was there, and there was another gentleman, I cannot remember his name, but they were just standing there, just signing autographs, just going up to everybody, right? The level of accessibility that we have with these players is just insane. It's unheard of. So I'm 100%
Absolutely.
for it. So not just for season ticket members, for everybody. But especially for season ticket members, there's a ton of benefits that we don't even ever talk about, right? So if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, if you bought maybe one or two game tickets this year, you're gonna want to get season tickets next year. I promise you, because they're not gonna let up. They're only gonna get more involved.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the game though. That's I think a lot of people are here for that. What you got?
Yeah, we definitely want to give a couple of shout outs real quick before we dive too much into the game. Specifically Brahma Babe and the Daisy Cares event, right? Brahma Babe spearheaded the silent auction that we had out of the tailgating. First and foremost, everybody, Brahma Babe is okay. You can see that she's commenting in the chats. She did have a little bit of an issue with the heat, but everybody jumped into action. Oh my God.
That's funny.
This guy, he's killing me. But yeah, Brahma Babe is perfectly fine. People jumped into action. People moved quickly to make sure that she was taken care of, and got her back up on her feet and everything like
Familia.
that. Yeah, 100% family, man. Nobody goes down without us doing something about it. However, I think this is an important opportunity to do our public service announcement, folks. When you're tailgating in May, June, July, make sure that you have plenty of water. Make sure that you're taking time to drink it. Pay attention to your body. If your body is telling you, if you're feeling a little bit off, that's your body's way of telling you something is wrong and you need to pay attention to it quickly. Okay. In addition to that, have ice packs, those emergency freeze ice packs with yourself. Plenty of water, shade, all that good stuff. You can drink, you can have fun, you can do all those good things, but make sure you're taking time to hydrate and keep an eye on what your body is telling you. I mean, right. I'm kind of a glutton for punishment. I'm kind of used to, a lot of these adverse conditions. So it doesn't necessarily affect me as much per se. I know BD has dealt with it also, but even BD, when we were walking up the stairs, he had to take a break, right? Because it was just that brutal. Jorge was, as much as Jorge likes his frozen barley pops, even he was taking time to take, not to make that sound bad or anything, but he was taking time to make sure that he was hydrated. Everybody was trying to pay attention, but just listen to your body. When it's telling you something's wrong, take inventory of that. Make sure that you're taken care of, because, God forbid, if you're in one of the far parking lots or something like that isn't attended by the Alamo Dome, something bad could happen, and we don't want to see that happen to any of our family and friends. Okay? Public service announcement is over. Now, back to Brahma Babe. She did an incredible job with the silent auction. It looks like our silent auction winner was Nancy. So, Nancy, if you have not already contacted Brahma Babe, please contact Brahma Babe. and get your reward for that. This silent auction raised about $350 in monetary value, plus all the donated food. That is huge. Okay. Daisy
That's
Cares.
awesome.
Yeah. Daisy Cares, wonderful organization. We're proud to do what we can to help them out. But shout out to Brahma Babe for spearheading this whole thing and making this happen. I know they appreciate your hard work and efforts, even to the point of pushing yourself as hard as you did. That probably makes it even more valuable to them.
Yeah.
So
Pushed a little too hard. She was running back and forth between the lot we were in and then the alternate tailgate lot, because they had stuff going on over there. But I mean, fantastic. Just great job by Brahma Babe, and sucks that she kind of succumbed to the heat a little bit, but for everything she did leading up to it, I mean, bravo to you, Brahma Babe. It's fantastic. So glad you're feeling well. Thank God that you were able to kind of get up, get some hydration, get some pickle juice, and you were having fun in the game with the rest of us. So
stood up during the whole game.
Yep.
So that's good, man.
Yep. And what Jorge said here as well, right? That's 100% fan raised. Does not include any of the money that was raised from the ticket sales or anything like that the team is donating. That was all 100% Brahma Babe, right? So $350. Good job. Way to rock it out. Okay. Now, notice real quick before we go into the game summary and everything, you notice I got my Stephen A. Smith cigar here, right? So I've got my moment. There might be a video coming out real soon about this. I got this because my wonderful St. Louis Battle Chickens lost to the Renegades. They got roughed up by the Renegades. I love it. No offense, St. Louis, but you guys aren't as great as you think you are without AJ at the helm. And we're going to show you guys this weekend. Now, we'll save that for the end of the show. Let's talk about Saturday's game. I know we were excited. I know we were all pumped up, but there was definitely no, not doobies. Don't even put that comment up. It's a cigar. It's 100% a cigar. Okay. I know that there was concern. I know I was concerned. And thanks to Reagan Predator Couple and all of our friends coming in to help support us, right? Love the whole one state, one love vibe. Unless we're playing against each other, then it gets a little bit. Yes, 100% battle chicken nuggets. But back to what we were talking about. Oh, my guy Tim. Oh, love you, man. You can tell I'm a little bit more still.
Y'all got Jay about the crown here, man.
Yeah. You can tell. Well, it's the voice breaking.
Stop commenting over there, all right? Y'all know.
Yeah, focus. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Just stop commenting. Jay, hide the comments. Yeah. Just look forward. Put your blinders on.
Yeah, Jay's gonna hide the comments and let. I'm letting Jackie be the mastermind and keep us on track here. So I'm hiding the comments. Now, again, I know I was nervous, right? Because Birmingham was on a tear, 15-game unbeaten streak, going up against San Antonio, right? And we've talked about it before. We've had a couple of issues going into some of these games, like with DC. We had a little bit of an issue with ball control. We could not really move the ball down the field like we wanted to. We tried to rely on the run a lot, and DC caught on to that and really shut us down. So we were having some genuine concerns going into this game. However, Garbers came back. Dormady did his thing in the first two possessions. Garbers took over after that. And not only did we get ahead quickly, we stayed ahead and we suppressed Birmingham's offense, which is a high-flying offense. And it wasn't even necessarily just that whole bend but don't break defense. I mean, we made some incredible critical stops, and we really held them. What was the most important thing in that game, though? It was you folks. It was the crowd noise, Absolutely. Right? DJ, I know you talked about it. Why don't you comment on some of the stuff that you've seen and some of the things that you heard? I mean, you were at the game. You know how loud it was.
Yeah, man. First of all, shout out to what's my man name? Milton
Milton Hope.
Milton Hope. Yes, our PA
Milton Hope,
announcer.
baby.
Shout out to him.
Oh,
I hope you
fantastic
see
job.
this, man. I know we all message him separately. Make sure y'all look him up on Facebook and message him too. Milton Hope. He has a Kansas City Chief background, but he also calls for UT. Go ahead, Jay. Or this way.
I'm just going to say that. He is the voice of the San Antonio Roadrunners. He is the reason why the Roadrunners are so effective and so diabolical at home games. Part of the reason. The other reason is you fans too.
UTSA Roadrunners for people that don't know, the college team. But yes, shout out to him, man. He kept the crowd engaged. Definitely the horns forward thing. I can't believe we waited 5 games to get the first down horns forward. Finally got that. So many people was complaining about that. I even complained about that at the beginning of the season. I'm like, we have to get a chant going for us. First downs, we got to get something going. But go ahead. What you about to say, Jay?
Section 134 has been doing it since game 1.
Actually, 108 has been doing it because I'm gonna speak for them too. We have been doing it. My man with the shoulder pads, I can't remember his name. I know Jorge knows his name, but he does it first downs as well too. So yes, I'm glad we got the whole stadium to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, his name is Justin. It looks like he's the new cat with the full on, awesome mask with the mouth that moves. Is a little bit creepy. I'm afraid he's going to bite somebody, but it's an incredible costume.
No, he's talking about another guy.
No, that's your guy. Our guy is he got shoulder pads on with the bulls on the shoulder pads.
Oh, okay. We're talking about a different guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know who that is. I guess that is Justin.
That's how.
No, that's
you got to come to 108. You got to come to 108 to experience that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't go to 108. I got a job to do in 134.
I'm just saying. That's how you would know if you come to 108. You will see.
I definitely want to go check out a game I want to check out section 108, but you need to come check out section 134 also. Brian and I are holding it down pretty solid, and we'll talk about some of the
turn around and talking during the game. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, the crowd noise was effective. I'm very pleased because for our 12,000 fans, we have the quarterback saying how loud it is that he can't even hear. Like he got to yell the plays. They don't want to huddle because it's too loud. So they have to quick snaps. Hurry up. No huddling. So that was a very effective. I love the fact that they came out. Just imagine what we could do. If that was 12,000, just imagine we could do with 20,000. Just imagine we do with 25,000. Just imagine we could do with 30,000. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yes,
you can see it in the game too. Like kind of on the last couple drives, they were Martinez. He was constantly running up to the line, trying to yell out the coverages, and running back had to run over to him. Like you could tell they had to get real close just to hear the play. So
yeah. And I also have to say this, right? So I know
Damn right we are.
An announcer said, I was watching the game back. So the announcer was like, oh, I see a lot of people talk about St. Louis, but San Antonio is really up there as well. You add St. Louis, what is it like, 33, 32? They loud, you know what I'm saying? DC, I've been to DC a couple times. The only section that's really, really loud to me, in my opinion, is the beer snake section. They loud, they rowdy. That's only one end zone. The other end zone, it ain't that loud. You can't. So I think if anything, we battle for first place between St. Louis and San Antonio, even with less than half of what they have in their dome. So that's a lot, man. And I just hope people can hear this and then they could show up. We can make this loud all together.
Yeah. So I've actually been, right? I went to St. Louis last year.
There you go. Talk about it.
Yeah, you're talking about last year, but it deserves to be said again.
This is for the kids in the back that didn't hear it the first time, okay? I went to their home opener. Now, granted, it was less people than what they're pulling this year. But I went to, Milton Hope, my guy. What is up?
Oh, there you go, bro. Shout out to Milton Hope.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, Milton. You the man, dog. You come
right,
back, man.
Fantastic job, brother.
You're welcome. Clap it up, man.
San Antonio Brahmas. Lock it in. Make it happen, UFL. That's your guy. That's the one you want.
Hey, shout out to Jay, too, because he brought it up to us first. We didn't know who he was. He brought it up to us first. He said he know a guy, whatever. And then they know him. They know he called the UTSA games. I was like, please, can we get – now, I'm not saying our announcer was bad, but I think Milton kept the energy going. He would yell on the mic after third downs. he would get the third down. That's what I was like, man. Come on, man. And then whenever I feel my pores popping, man, look, he doing it. I was hyped. I lost my voice.
Like
that's the first game. I be loud every game, but that's the first game I actually lost my voice, man. Literally.
We actually have a story about that, and we'll get to that.
There's good announcers, and then there's Milton, who's like
Milton.
Great announcer.
Yeah,
so,
he in the lane of his own, man.
Yeah,
He driving his Lamborghini in his own.
Absolutely.
For anybody in the UFL that may be watching, read all the comments. Look at all the people that are saying which sections were loud, which sections were representing. We've talked about it before, right? There's a couple of really solid sections, but we've got sections reporting in that are not necessarily normally known for being as loud as the rest of us. That's because everybody was feeling the vibe, and that is really definitely helped out by a great announcer. Okay.
Yes.
Now shameless plug over. Okay. Back to
story,
St.
Jay.
Louis.
Back on the tracks.
Yeah.
Let's go. Back on St. Louis. Okay. I was there for St. Louis's home opener. And you guys know I have a frenemy relationship with St. Louis. Like, I'll give them credit where credit is due. They definitely bring the numbers. But I went to their home opener against Arlington, who wound up sneaking into the championship and winning it. Obviously, that hadn't happened at the time, but there should have been a natural rivalry between Arlington and St. Louis. And they had probably about, I want to say 26-27 that game, something like that. And I was standing next to the person that went to the game.
They had like, it was like 30,
yeah,
35
the home
or
opener was almost, it was more, it might
Okay.
probably like 35, 36, something around there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then they definitely lose attendance because I'm telling you, I'm standing next to the person that was with me having a normal conversation at about these volume levels. And I was like, this is really odd that I'm able to talk to you and you can hear me clearly in a crowd full of people that are supposed to be cheering on their
38,
team.
there you go.
Okay.
38K.
St. Louis's home opener, I don't think it was 38. I mean, was that from last year? 38 from last year? We'll have to check
I
that.
think it was.
And
We'll fact check, but let's say this: they had more than 30,000, more than us. Let's say that.
they had more than us, guaranteed. They had more than us for 2 games, almost. But I've had a normal level conversation with the person next to me, and there was no way it should have been that quiet. Okay, this is a division rival. They should have been going just absolutely insane against them. And it wasn't that loud, right? St. Louis wound up winning that game. And I'm not going to say who I was cheering for. But I'm telling you, while St. Louis may have the numbers, San Antonio has that fighting spirit. We have never given up on that. And our 12, 13,000 can be louder than 30,000. Imagine what 20,000 would be like. Go for it, DJ.
Let me add this little piece, right?
Right?
Jorge was in the front row. Jorge was in the front row. I was literally 2 rows behind him. Listen, he didn't hear nothing. He didn't hear nothing I said. I'm telling you. I had to yell his name. That's how loud it was. I'm telling you, I was literally 2 rows behind him. He could not hear me.
Mm-hmm.
He hit, and maybe it was the beer that he was drinking. He was lit. But listen, he could not hear nothing I said. I had to yell. And maybe not actually, I had to tap his shoulder. That's how loud it was. Yeah. That's 12,000. 12,000, man.
And in all fairness, too, though, he was also yelling at their quarterback the entire game.
He was. Adrian. Oh, you heard him? You heard him?
No, we didn't. No, we couldn't hear him, but you know.
Yeah.
We heard the aftermath.
Now, you know what we did hear though, and now I think it's time to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Old Coach Hot Pants.
Talk about it.
Okay. There was, I believe, he was the offensive coordinator. As soon as they came walking out on the field, BD and I started our stuff.
He didn't have any kind of headset on. He was some kind of.
I'm about to say Skip Holtz called a play, so he may be. I don't know how they do that over there.
I don't know, athletic trainer or something. He was just some guy. He did not have a headset on. He was completely inconsequential. But he came walking by, and we said something. He looked up at us, and he said, "Shut the front door." Not in those nicer terms. And I had my kids with me. Okay? We don't curse. We don't make it personal. we specifically, like if somebody drops a ball, hey, I remember the first time I dropped a ball that really counted, stuff like that. But we don't ever curse or attack a player specifically. So for him to come at me like that, oh, it was on. And we just hurled crap at him all game after that, right? And here's the funny thing. He spent the entire time talking to some female on the sidelines. Not sure what was going on there, so I'm not going to make any accusations or anything like that. But he spent more time concentrating on his conversation with this woman than he did with what was going on the field. And he's supposed to be there supporting his team. That's pathetic, man. So you want to sit here and cuss at fans, and then you want to spend your time hitting on women on the sidelines?
Tell him, Jay.
Do better, baby. Do better. Next time, bring your real A game, right? Think you're all better than us and everything. You got shown who the better team was. Boom. I said it. I don't care.
What you about to say, B?
I'll just say, yeah, that guy, man, he was chatting up that girl like it was his cousin or something, man. I don't know.
Damn.
Oh, that's a low blow. But look, let's talk about the coaching. I thought coaching did an amazing job especially in the trenches.
Yes.
I think we gave up maybe 2 sacks, a strip sack on Quentin, and then a regular sack on Dormady. I think we only gave up 2, but the trenches played well, man. Shout out to the trenches. And I would have loved to have Jorge on here because I know he talks about the trench play, but trenches played good. Offensive line and defensive line played well. Sacks. 3 sacks, okay. So Garbers got sacked twice, or Quentin got sacked twice?
I'm just looking at the total stats.
Okay, so that's still not bad. 3 sacks throughout the whole game, and they got the best defensive line. This is what the announcer said. Good. Birmingham got the best defensive line. Go ahead.
Yeah, for as good as Birmingham's defense has been all year, and just kind of what we've been watching them leading up to this game. I mean, to hold them just to 3 sacks is a damn good job. So I mean, their line is ruthless. So we our line, both sides too. I mean, our defensive line did a hell of a job too. And Adrian, he broke containment a little bit, got some yards. That's what the guy does. I'm just happy he didn't he only had 56 yard rushing. He didn't have 100 yards, which is what he gets against a lot of teams. So
hey, shout out to the preparation for Adrian Martinez as well too. I heard him say that Wade Phillips treated our defense well. Used I don't know who they used in practice. Maybe Hogan as a deep scout quarterback for and used him as like a Cam Newton, which was good, because kind of getting ready for Adrian. I was telling AP that was in front of us. I was like, bro, he's a runner. Go ahead.
Yep. That's what they said during the broadcast. They prepared for Adrian like the Broncos prepared for Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, and that's what you get from having Coach Wade, in his 80 years in the league.
Yep. So, John,
yeah.
I know you talked about this, but stats don't lie, and Kirkland had a better job than Garbers did. Look at the stats. Jontre Kirkland's quarterback rating, 732.4, 101 for 36 yards with 1 touchdown. Absolutely crushed it, man.
I mean, you got to look at sample size here. You got to look at sample size here. All right, we're talking one play.
Kirkland had a heck of a game.
Shut up and quit taking my thunder, B.
Heck of a game.
So,
yep. And I mean, really,
the pressure on Martinez.
Garbers had a great game. Well, Dormady had a good game too. So this was.
Yeah.
I think. Even though Dormady did have a good game, I think Garbers is what we need. I think he gives us that spark. He can take off. I know Quentin. I've seen him take off a couple times, but Garbers can actually run, and he could get us 10 yards.
He is.
And not taking away from Quentin.
He's got that second option of the run if we need it.
Yes.
So,
and
which is
quick strikes.
Yeah,
and then also with
on the field.
Yeah. Also with man, we got to shout out our defensive line, man, because going into this game, did y'all know that Adrian Martinez was the leading rusher in the whole UFL?
Yeah.
It don't matter what position, leading rusher. And they kept him contained. He had one good long run. And shout out to Nelson, I think our defensive end. The one that got in trouble by Wade Phillips. I think he got a flag or something on the punt return. I think y'all was there at Memphis game. I think it happened in Memphis game. He got in trouble.
Memphis one, He asked me,
He asked him like, "You want us to lose this game? You doing this like type of thing?" So, and he chased
like,
him
down.
Do
you want to help the team or do you want to be selfish?
Yeah, you want to help the team. Yeah. So Nelson had a good tackle. He's fast for a defensive end, man. I was impressed. But shout out Jordan Mosley, our safety. He played a good game. I think he's the leading tackle. I think he's the leading tackle for us. I don't know about the league, but he played pretty good last game. Darius Phillips glad we had him back. He balled out last game. Hey, also I got to shout out Bo Peep Keys, man. What a game!
Oh,
hey, he don't want to always come over to our section and run up on the steps and then be cheering and like I know they see him. Jorge and I think he said dig it. He comes up to the steps and just always celebrating with the fans, man. Shout out to him. Good game for him, man. And then with the ceiling interception, Tease Tabor, man. Shout out to Tease. Good to get that pick, seal a game, man. Defense balled out, man. Defense balled out. Offense played pretty well. So
they did. Hey, I mean,
there's one.
Dude, they played fantastic. Yeah, Birmingham hadn't been held below 20 points all season long.
Okay. And there's one guy that we haven't really given a shout out to yet, and Milton Hope brought it up. Absolutely critical that we give a shout out to Brad Wing.
That was key.
When needed.
Yep.
78-yard punt.
I thought it was 64.
Well, Milton said 78.
Yeah,
Milton don't lie, so I trust Milton.
I thought it was 64.
Okay.
But it
Milton
is
what
it is.
They said on the broadcast.
64.
Put it like this. It was a key punt, and he did his thing. If you watch destroying videos early on in the season, I know he was killing himself and he bad on himself. You could see him. He's very competitive. You could see him as he's walking off the field. He's upset, and then now he got a hang of 64 yards. Man, it felt so good. And everybody was like, you never rarely see anybody huddle around a punter. Like, that's crazy, man. So the energy that he brings, the love that he gives the team, man, is good to see, man. I love that we have Brad Wing on our team, man.
His personality is so infectious. It's just insane, dude.
Australian,
and I love the fact that we got it. So again,
I do think we need to talk about the other part of our kicking game.
Yes.
Our field goal kicker. Now I didn't realize this. Like the one at the end of the half that he missed was a 53-yarder. I thought it was a little closer than that, which would have been his longest for the year. But I also didn't realize he doinked it off of the upright.
He hit it upright.
I didn't even hear. That's what the crowd hear the doink. I saw that on the replay. So
it hit the pole. It hit the upright. He's 12 for 16 on the year.
Yeah, but he's missed 3 in a row. He missed 2 last game. He missed both of them last game, and he missed 1 this game. So he's missed his last 3 since his walk-off game winner. So whatever's going on, we need him to get right.
Is unacceptable. It's unacceptable for one. And I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't want to be, I'm a fan first, but I also like to keep it real. But that's unacceptable, man. 12 for 16 on the year, and when we need it, especially coming from a fan base that lost by an inch or a few inches, at the end of the season to DC, it hurts because that should be the brightest spot for our team. And I know, it is what it is. It's a league where opportunities, so we giving guys opportunities, but. Man, look, if you come on this team, man, you got to be able to nail field goals. I wish we would have had the opportunity to see what Destroying could have did, but it is what it is. Stuff happens, but we need those field goals, man. That's what 3, 6, 9, 12 points.
I mean,
12 points that's left off.
We're coming. We got 2 straight games against the Battle Chickens, and hopefully we'll have one against either Birmingham again or Michigan. I mean, these are the top teams in the league. So
Facts.
we have to be kicking on all cylinders. So whatever's going through his head, he needs to get it out.
Facts. I agree.
Well, and Josh brings up a good point, right? Maybe we don't need to be depending on field goals to win games,
That's true.
right?
But it happens though. It's
We
football.
see it does happen, but that should be the exclusion, not the rule, right?
But that was the field goal at the end of the half, so it wasn't like we settled and we couldn't get it. It was like strategically done. They got into what they thought was field goal range, and then they kind of backed off and ran the clock down for the rest of the half. So,
Yep.
You know, that wasn't like, oh, we couldn't make a touchdown, so we just kicked a field goal.
Yeah, we got to turn that second half narrative around, man. We got to because it and I was curious because remember last part we was talking about how we was going to look in the second half. We have to turn it around because we can't. I mean, we did good defensively, but I said we cannot keep relying on our defense, man. We got to put up points.
Yeah.
We can't let it come down
we
got to let our defense do it.
Our defense.
Yeah,
like
I mean, we
our
got
offense
to
has
capitalize.
to let our defense take some plays off, if you will. Like we can't. It can't be defense. It has to be you guys. It has to be you guys because that's too much pressure. At some point, the defense is going to break. If you keep putting pressure on them like that, they're going to break at some point.
Right. I agree.
Yep.
And I think I thought honestly at the beginning of the season, and I know our coach had tweeted it out. He showed the little ranking before the season. They had us at the bottom, which is good. And I also thought that going into the season, I thought we was going to have one of the highest average points offense, which is lacking now. I mean, I'm still good with our offensive coordinator. AJ Smith is doing an excellent job. Players just got to execute, man. That's all it is. Players got to execute. I think I agree with Chris. It's got to be balanced with offense, with pass and run. But I'm not opposed to the run because, as I said at the beginning of the season, I think we have the best backfield. I think we have the best receiving core. I pray and hope Cody Latimer is fine. I hope he come back. We need him. Please be healthy. I'm praying for him.
Yeah.
Prayers up for Cody. And we gotta stay balanced and we use it when we need it. If we got to pass down the field, John Trey, I love you, bro. But look, if you drop another pass, bro, man, I'm gonna see you after the game. I'm gonna have to see you after the game, man. Come on, John Trey, you gotta stop dropping them passes, bro. Golly, man, I mean key passes too, but he catch them too, so I give him that.
I know it's when you're talking about.
Less drops, man.
I know it's when you're talking about.
Yes,
too,
the one.
but,
Yes,
oh, man, that one hurt.
Less drops, John Trey, man. Please, bro. But other than that, man, we going into another tough game, which is I know you want to talk about it, but anyway, we're going to another tough game, St. Louis, probably actually back to back, and then between Michigan and Birmingham, if we make it that far, when we make it that far, let me put it in perspective in the future. You know, when we make it that far.
Oh yeah. So, real quick. What was that comment about the baby Brahmas? I'm already here in St. Louis. Okay. My backup is going to be showing up in the next couple of days, right? We're here.
We'll
We're
be
coming.
there Friday.
We ain't scared. Okay.
Yep.
So we're here. We're coming for that home field advantage. Guarantee you, we're going to give you guys hell. Okay. Especially, with you guys trying to figure out, if AJ's actually going to play or not. Your team ain't the same without AJ. So I would be very worried about it. Okay. I'd be very worried about that game. Now, what was I going to say? The St. Louis game, this is going to be a challenge. We have a lot riding on the line, right? And Excalibur, 100%. This should be one of the games for the ages for the UFL. Okay. St. Louis has a lot riding on the line. So does San Antonio. Both are fighting for home field advantage. San Antonio definitely does not want to play St. Louis 2 weeks in a row up here in St. Louis. We've got to get that win. We've got to bring the game back to San Antonio, and we've got to take advantage of the home field advantage. We've got to take advantage of the crowd. Now, in order to get that done, what are the keys that the Brahmas need to focus on to keep St. Louis shut down and get that win?
Facts, Robert. Facts. He's different. I was so glad we got him back. Oh, the keys will be like Chris said earlier, keep it balanced, man. Like if you're going to run the ball, run effectively. Hey, look, we had a lot of 2nd and 5s. I love that. 2nd and 5s, I love those, man. A lot of those. Like I said, keep the run game balanced. The passing attack should be. You gotta get. I don't mind if we get big chunk yards down the line. Down the field. That's cool, but at least give us some good yardage. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 2nd and 5 is good, and then we got what? Yeah. Then we got 5 yards to get the first down. Just keep moving the ball.
Don't force anything downfield. If something comes naturally, take your shot.
Take what the defense. But take what the defense give you.
You know.
Yep.
That was one that you saw kind of early in the game. You know, Garbers forced a couple throws. Kind of got lucky that he didn't get picked.
Oh man, that one in triple coverage. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I was so blown. I was like, "Come on, dude!"
Like that one right there. You know, and that was kind of you had practice, okay, but God, you can't do that, man. Come on. Mm-hmm. But they
not against them, no.
Like balance. You know, don't force anything. Defense. You know, defense has got to be the defense that we've seen all year. You know, leading the league in points scored is, and by, a wide margin. Birmingham is the next one. So, our defense has played fantastic all year. It needs to continue, but our offense needs to show up full 4 quarters.
Facts, man.
Yep. So, again, I'm fully supportive of us actually producing numbers in the 3rd and 4th quarter, right? We know we've been a little bit anemic. This last game against Birmingham, it was extremely helpful that we turned it on in the 4th quarter and actually got some points on the board and got this thing to a comfortable lead, right? But we can't play that way. We cannot play conservatively. We have to get aggressive. We have to get aggressive early and then keep our foot on the gas. I'm fine if we get, let's say, a 21, 22-point lead and then start grinding the clock. I'm okay with that. But we've got to have that lead. We've got to be able to protect that lead. We cannot march down the field in 2-3 minutes and then turn the ball over and let them run it back and score. Like, we have got to get ahead of this thing. We've got to stay ahead of it the entire time. Clock management the entire game. So it is going to be a battle, though, right? St. Louis is not going to want to just roll over and give up, regardless of who's at the helm.
They want to play at home. And I think this game, I think we pull out – I try to pull out as much stops as we can, man, and bring this back home. Like, playing in the Dome at home, come on, man. Playoff game, hey, loud as we ever could be. And I'd rather for us to play at home than in St. Louis. So they gonna want to. This game is really home field advantage. Like, we both in. It's really gonna come down whoever wants the home field. So I think Lovett will play. I think this for Brahma Bay, Lovett will probably play. Hey, all 3 of them, get them in there. Yep. Morgan Ellison, get them in there.
Yeah, he was just resting this game. So
get them in there. Get them in there, man.
Yep.
We need that. Bring it home.
It's all going to come down to who's hungriest and who wants it at the end of the game, right?
Fact.
So what that's going to require, obviously, we've got a contingency coming up here to St. Louis to cheer on our boys to victory. But for the rest of you folks, make sure that you're checking in somewhere and you're watching the game and you're sending those positive vibes and that winning spirit to help back up the team, right? Josh said himself, he's talked to one of the players. They're practicing like they never have before. Mm-hmm. These guys are hungry, but they need your support. They need your help. So where can they go? Where can the fans go to watch some of these games? Guys? That would be Fiasco Sports Bar.
I mean, you've got the Watch Party Fiascos. You got Twin Peaks is the other one.
Twin Peaks.
You've got I think I've said this before. If you don't want to go to one of those 2 places, go Go wherever you normally go. Go to Buffalo Wild Wings and ask them to put the game on. Go somewhere else. Ask them to put the game on. Kind of not necessarily the watch
Long
party,
trail.
because all those people are going to be there to watch the game run. Get new people involved, So
Mhm.
like that's kind of
Yeah.
what we're needing as well, So no bombshells. Yep, that's right. There's lots of places you can go for
Mama
watch
babes.
parties.
Put it like
Yes.
this:
So
go to any sports bar, tell them cut it on. I've seen multiple posts on Twitter. Guys going to sports bars, tell them cut it on, cut the game on. You cut the game on. If you go to a place that don't really have a lot of people that's supporting the league, go tell them cut the game on. Hey, tell the people that's behind you, tell the people over there, hey, we watching this game. This is San Antonio. We need you, need your support. And guess what? They probably a lot of people still don't know nothing about the league. A lot of people don't even know
Yeah.
we exist. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to multiple people that was like, they're stuck in the AAF stuff. It's either that or they just don't know that if the league exists. Tell them. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come watch this. Come watch this game with me. It's San Antonio. This is our home team. We're gonna support them. Do whatever. And we still got a cult following. You think about it. We went 3-7 last year. We still here. We still here supporting.
Yeah.
Come to every game. Even 3-7, we came to the last game. Hey, support it all the way through, man. Tell them.
So two things. Not only do we have a cult following, we have a following that expands our borders, right? We have fans in Utah. We have fans in Alaska. We're pretty much all over the United States.
We
which is
got fans in Mexico.
incredible.
We're
Yep.
we're multinational.
Which
Canada.
it is incredible
Yep, we're at Canada
for
too.
a UFL team. Yeah. So make sure that you're sharing this with your friends, people that you meet at the sports bar, like DJ said. Get that game on the TV wherever you go and start talking to people about this. There's fans in Germany. Look at that, right? San Antonio Brahmas are the fan base is the Green Bay Packers of the UFL. Mark it down. Okay. I don't care what you say. But here's the other thing. DJ, you'd mentioned about the people that are stuck in the AAF stuff. Guys, we've got to move past that. The AAF
Right.
didn't make it past 7 games. Okay. Right. Here we are in season 2, getting ready for season 3. And I guarantee you there will be a season 3. Okay. There's already plans in the works, right? There's already contract negotiations and discussions with the different properties and things like that. Know what? Oh, shirtless Tim? No.
The second part of that statement.
I didn't see any of it because I've got the private message chat popped up.
Ooh, that's tough.
So I couldn't see it. No,
That's tough.
no, that's not going to happen. No, I need to get rid of the
it
cake.
might be yellow if you like spill some mustard on him, but that's about it.
That was Brian. That was the mustard guy. Okay,
possibly.
But,
It
again,
could be either one.
Oh, shout out Daisy Cares. Shout out Daisy Cares.
Guys,
Yes,
thank you
absolutely.
so much. I'm so glad that you guys had a great time. We loved doing our part to try and help you out, but credit where credit is due. Brahma Babe gets all the accolades for everything that she did for you guys out in the tailgating parking lot and just all the crazy antics that happened for all of that. But again, the folks that are concerned about the Brahmas pulling an AAF on us, it's not going to happen. Okay.
Absolutely.
We are here. We are coming into a 3rd season, and we still need you fans to come out and support this. But this is not going anywhere.
Pause.
And
because,
I understand
because
hang on.
Y'all are definitions of what happened because y'all witnessed this and y'all still here.
Yeah.
That's proof. It's a lot of people that witnessed it and was like, I'm not dealing with it no more. Y'all witnessed it and y'all still here. Still show up the tailgates and everything. That's big, man.
We're a little crazy though. We're a little crazy. But I understand, hey, fans don't want to commit. They don't want to buy a bunch of merch. You know what? I get that. Buy a ticket to a game. They're not that expensive. You can go to a game for looks, you know,
Facts.
and
One ticket.
just come
One
and
ticket.
try it and see. And, you know, that's, you don't have to
Yep.
go crazy on merch. You don't have to get a bunch of stuff. Just come to one game and check it out. We've been saying it all. Come to one game.
Mm-hmm.
Give it one game. Okay. Don't buy the merch. Don't plan on purchasing anything. Okay. Just give us one game. One game, and I guarantee you'll be hooked. You'll be in line buying stuff right along with me. Okay. I promise you. Now, what can we expect for those that are going? What do you think we can expect? What do you think we get to look forward to with our visit here to St. Louis? I want to see what you guys are thinking. What do you think it's going to be like? Boy, it got really quiet. Like, this is not a question.
You and I have our walk it in tradition. I don't know if we should spoil it for any St. Louis fans that might be watching this, but
There's one watching.
No, don't say
I think we're gonna get some. I think we're gonna get some
we're gonna get a little
looks,
pushback.
comments, you know, and you know, a little bit of pushback, you know. So,
yep. So,
and I'll tell you, what? Actually, you know, this is our team's first time playing in St. Louis. So,
yep. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I agree with Stefan's comment. This is our opportunity to finally beat the team that we faced twice before and have not been able to beat. Now, granted, last year we had them beat, and the 4th and 15 did exactly what it's supposed to do: give the underdog a chance. They took advantage of it and they burnt us on it. Hey, it happens, okay? But this year, when St. Louis came to San Antonio, we did not handle business. They did. And we cannot let that slide. We have got to come back. We've got to get a revenge victory in their house, right? So we can put our name on the deed. And then when they come back to San Antonio for the playoffs, then we get our deed back.
Is AJ playing?
I have no idea yet. I believe he's still day to day, and he may.
I would think he probably would, because he was the second string quarterback last game for him.
Okay.
So I would imagine a game like this he would play.
Why would y'all put that comment up there, man?
But he might not, though, because why would you? You already know you're in the playoffs. Why would you risk hurting your QB1 in a game like this that may or may not matter? Yes.
I mean,
yes, I'm looking.
I'm pretty sure they're looking at all the clips too of Adrian saying, "We can't hear, they can't hear me," and they don't. They would rather have the playoff game in their home stadium. They don't want to come to our home for a playoff game.
Yes, they don't. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
So Jorge said that he believes AJ will be playing, so it's going to be a tough game, right? It's going to be a lot different for us to manage, but I think we can handle it. And Excalibur, you're right. There are always going to be a couple of a-holes in the group, but we're not worried about them. We're worried about guys like you and the Beard and all the other super fans, because we get what all this means, right? So we're coming to have fun. We're coming to cheer for our team, obviously, but we're coming from the camaraderie and hopefully some of your delicious St. Louis beer. I heard that there's a Beehawk beer around here somewhere. If this does exist, I would definitely like to try one. I would argue that it is not nearly as delicious and refreshing as our Alamo beer, the Brahma's beer that's on display right there. That Brian is also.
I need one to put on my stand here.
Yes, and we can make that happen because somebody drove up here and somebody can drive back with them. So I'm just saying, okay. We're not going to send AJ back to bed.
Got the finger up.
DJ, what you got?
before I forget and before we veer off into something else, right? This is in reference to the game. One thing I am very upset with, and I know we spoke about this multiple times.
Oh,
The freaking officiating, bro. I just don't understand.
oh my God.
I just don't understand, bro. And this not just our games. Like we see it firsthand in person, but this is like every game across the whole UFL. It's so bad, man. It's so bad. Whether it's the refs calling the bad calls, or it's Dean Blondino, and we ain't come up with a name for Mike Pereira yet, but the calls, man.
I don't know.
just
I don't know if he's
understand.
worthy of having a name. That's how bad.
I don't understand, man. And then you have if you watched on the broadcast, I know we talked about it in the group chat, but you have a blatant taunting call. Offensive lineman came over to our defensive back. I think that was Mosley, and he came up to him and did the head top. And I don't understand how you cannot see that as an official. We right, and it happened right in front of us. And Jorge was hyped too, because he's seen it. We all seen it. We're like, bro, there's no way that you don't see that. This is
Like he ran up to the official and did it.
This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
So I was definitely trying to avoid this part of the conversation because I don't like to get into that. And
no, we got to get into it. We got to keep it. We got to keep it real. We got to be 100. We got to keep it 100. You got to keep it 100.
You're not wrong. And the bad thing is that it's across the board, right? It isn't just like it favored San Antonio or it favored Birmingham or it happened in one of the other league games, around the horn or anything like that. This is something that's happening at every single game. Okay? Show the clip. What clip do we have?
He sent it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh my! Look, even Brahma Babe got so upset that she used a bad word, right?
That's not the first time though. She used a couple bad words in Memphis, right, standing right next to me as well. But
yes, oh my goodness, Robert, please, oh my goodness, I saw that. It's crazy because it happened on the other side of the field. I didn't see it. I know that he had a flag for it, but when I watched it back on TV, I'm like, come on, bro, this dude really threw a punch. I thought he was. When I first saw it, I thought he was going for the ball. I thought he was trying to punch the ball out when he was on the ground. The ball flew out. Yeah. The ball was gone. And he literally threw a punch. I'm like, why y'all not ejecting this guy? Like, come on. Kenny Robinson.
Well, that's what happened. So, going back to Memphis, that's what Beckett got kicked out of the game for the same thing in Memphis. Like,
yep.
Keep it consistent.
Right.
Yeah. It's funny that you mention it. That same player that was throwing punches on the field apparently started a fight in the dressing room hallway as well. Now, most people don't hear about that because that's stuff that happened after the game, behind the scenes and whatever. But we happen to know some of the staff that was working there, and they filled us in on it. Here's where I'm going to give some mad props to Moose Johnson. Even though he's a Cowboy, and we all know how I feel about the Cowboys, I'm going to give him some love here. He jumped in the middle of it and was one of the only ones that could break up that fight because of how much respect everybody has for him. They actually listened to him. There were coaches, there were officials, there were everybody trying to jump in and break it. Huh?
No, I said he's head honcho too. That's probably why too.
Yeah. Yeah. So he got in there and he started breaking it up. And people actually listened to him. So shout out to him for disregarding his own personal safety to make sure that these clowns are acting right. But it 100% was a fight that was started by the Stallions in the hallway because they're terrible.
They lost. They upset. That's why.
And I get that. I get that. Be upset.
Well, they had our friend. They started it with our guys. Like they started it with our guys.
I know. I'm saying.
And they got whipped. So what's actually really funny about that is the Stallions got their ass kicked by us twice that day
and won a fight. Yes, twice. There you go, twice.
Yeah, twice. No, they were kind of getting wrecked in the hallway too. So
yeah,
but you didn't hear that from me. Okay,
but I'm glad our guys they were sticking together and got them out of there, man. And they got to ride the same bus home. I think they ride two buses home. What you think? I think they ride two buses, right?
They got to ride two buses. They can't be the same bus after a game like that.
I think they ride two buses, but when they fly, they say that they take the same flight.
They do, but they're still separated.
Yeah. One team in front of it. Yeah. I know that.
Yep.
Lack of discipline. There you go.
Oh,
They
definitely
they haven't experienced losing in what? How long? More than 365 days.
15
So
games.
yeah,
15 games.
yeah, they don't know what it feel like to lose. Now you know. And I'm just for all the Stallions fans too that was on y'all high horse or high pony, whatever you want to call it. Y'all took an L.
Remind
Take the L. Take the L, bro. Like that, I don't understand why y'all now before the game it was like, oh, we gonna win, we gonna do. Now y'all lose. It's like, oh, it's only one game. No, I don't want that. Keep the same energy, man. I'm gonna keep the same energy, guy. Keep the same energy.
me
Talk all the junk when y'all talking before the game.
Me and Jay had an 8-1 chant going at the end of the game.
Yeah, supposed to.
And
15-1 chant too. Get that going too. 15-1.
Yep. We didn't think about that part, but we really should have probably done that just to really rub it in, right? Put that extra sting in it.
I don't. You know
again,
what? I don't
like
care about any
yeah.
wins or any championships or anything that happened in a league that doesn't exist anymore. So.
Like that's
8-1.
another league. We have no league now.
Sure.
We ain't talking about that.
But
this is a new league.
What DJ said is true. If you're going to come with that kind of energy, you better be prepared to face the consequences and take it. That's the difference between, a team that's playing for themselves versus a team that's playing for something bigger. Okay? It's that lack of discipline. You're going to sit there and run your mouth and attack other teams and stuff like that. And then you're going to try and dismiss everything and act like it's no big deal when you get whooped. Right. No.
Right.
Take your loss.
Take
that L. Be champions about it. Say, you know what? Because Brian and I, normally we have some negative interactions with some of the people, right? Not going to lie. And we probably instigate it a little bit. But we had two players that were 100% this time being cool about it and saying, you know what? Hey, you guys are right about this. When they were right, we'd be like, hey, congratulations. You got a call. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Especially that one that was in the dry fit shirt, who I still don't know who that guy was. He was definitely a player though. I think he was just out on IR or something, but he still showed up with the team. But he was super cool about it. And at the end of the game, before, like, as the seconds were ticking down, he turned and looked over at us, gave us an applause, and ran off the field.
Yep.
That's cool. I'll take that all day long. Right.
Jorge wants us to show this clip. Let me see if I can show this clip.
Show this. What?
Look at the offensive player right there. Head top, in front of the ref, man.
That was to the ref. That was to the ref.
No, it was for the play. It was for the Brahmas player that got mossed. That's what head top is. He got mossed. It was to the Brahmas player because the Brahmas player got up and he was right behind the ref. So, but the ref was literally in front of the Brahma player while he was doing that. And I'm like, how you not see that? But anywho, it is what it is.
Oh, he saw it, but he just decided not to call it.
I don't think he thought it was time. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the ref was thinking.
I didn't know what this meant for like the celebration. DJ had to explain it to me. I know what being mossed is because I'm that old. I didn't know what head top meant. So
thank you.
I'm like, what the hell
I put the old guys. I put the old guys on game, y'all.
What are we talking about here?
I put the old guys on game. But yes, that means head top. That's like the new thing for getting mossed. That's all it is.
It sounds stupid, so whatever.
I like getting mossed better.
It is. I mean, it is.
It makes more sense.
Yeah.
Wow. The Birmingham Bronies.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Anyways, so here's what we got going on this week, right? San Antonio's coming up and invading St. Louis. We're going to be here to cheer our team on. Fingers crossed. I mean, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm looking for a San Antonio win because, wow. That's messed up. That's messed up. But, well, no, we can't. I mean, we can try and do that, but we're looking for that San Antonio win because we've got to bring it back to San Antonio because these playoff games are going to count, and we need that home field edge. We need that home field advantage. We need that home field vibe. So when San Antonio wins on Saturday, right, be ready to jump on it. Get your tickets for the for the conference championship game in San Antonio. We need as many bodies as we can, right? Yes, this is the time for you to get in. Okay. So DJ, you're usually a stats guy. You're a numbers guy. What are you expecting from this game?
You talking about the total?
Yeah.
I think it'll be close. AJ, that's why I asked, was AJ back? I think it'll be close. What was the score of our first game? Can't remember. I know Brian normally can look that up fast. But I think it's going to be a close game again. And I think we will fare well with the crowd noise. I don't think it'll be like how Stallions was. I think we'll probably do good.
31-24.
Okay.
31-24.
I don't think it'll be that high this time. This go around. Our defense is clicking right now. We got some pieces.
Yep.
And they doing what they supposed to be doing. So I think it'll be a little closer, maybe in the 20s. Hey, make sure y'all clip this because I might be low 20s, low to mid 20s, maybe like 24, 20, something like that. Somewhere around there. You know?
Yep.
I think we're gonna come out on top though. Oh, I know we're gonna come out on top, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. I have no intentions of coming back up here for St. Louis is playing the Brahmas because we're going to be playing in San Antonio. However, if by some weird happenstance that San Antonio does lose this game and we got to come back to St. Louis, guaranteed I'll be here. Okay? Because I'm going to travel with my team wherever they go, right? But that also means I'm going to have to wind up coming up here for 3 weeks because we'll play you this weekend, and then we're going to have to play you next weekend for the conference championship. And then, of course, we're going to be in the championship game. So I'll be here 3 weeks in a row. Okay? So for all you St. Louis fans who try to buy up all the tickets and everything, don't be trying to scalp us and jack those prices up.
Oh, they're going to be selling those tickets in 2 weeks. So
one more thing before we go, right? Shout out to everybody that continues to watch us. We are the number one podcast. I don't care. I'm gonna say it for the UFL. We the number one podcast for the UFL. We the number one podcast for the Brahmas. I mean, we definitely give our, not the condolences, but we got our respects to all these other podcasts out here. That's cool. Y'all do your thing. But I think we got a lot of great people that watch us every week. We continue to show out every week, give y'all good content. I know we have a few league front office guys that watch our podcast, and we also have front office in the UFL that watches our podcast. So I don't think we do this enough, but as far as giving out shout outs to y'all, but appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for checking us out, for commenting. I mean, going crazy on our chat. I mean, dude, we couldn't do this without you guys. So thank you.
One state, one love.
One state, one love, baby. Love it. Now, I know that there's a pretty good show that comes on tomorrow night also. So
Texas Talk. My fault. Well, y'all not technically UFL.
That's not Brahmas only, so
Yeah, that's not UFL though, but y'all talk about it, y'all cover it, but respect,
we cover it.
We cover wait. Shout out the Texas Talk Football. Y'all doing y'all thing. Make sure y'all tune into them too. Tuesdays, right? No, yeah, Mondays. Tuesdays at what, 8:00?
8:00. I just wanted to put that shameless plug in there, but we're not here to talk about that. But again, guys, where was it? John, send me a message. Let me know, man. I'll have some free time. We can go grab a pint or two or 5. Right? I may have to Uber back, but that's fine.
We like pints, so that's okay.
Yes.
One more time too. Shout out Milton Hope, man. Shout out. I can't say this enough. Shout out Milton Hope, man.
Absolutely.
Shout him out.
Hope, baby.
Make sure y'all blow him up on Facebook, man. Thank him.
The man behind the mic.
Yep.
Yes.
Find him on Facebook. He covers all things UTSA. Hopefully he'll be covering all things San Antonio Brahmas.
Absolutely.
Elizabeth, in all fairness, you're saying that Houston did our chant yesterday. I think we actually kind of got that from Arlington. So I'm not saying that they're doing our chant. I think we're just passing it around the state. Okay. And Chris, no, I actually don't want to smoke this cigar, man. This is like a $5 cigar. There's no way I'm smoking this disgusting thing. It's just a stage prop.
We coughing everywhere.
But yep. If I even make it that far, I probably die.
He'll fill it with something else before he smokes it.
No.
Great show, guys. Great show. Great show.
Guys, one state.
Keep the energy up, man.
Yes. Make sure that you were tuning in somewhere to watch this game, support the San Antonio Brahmas, send that vibe. We've got to get this win and bring it back to San Antonio. If you want to talk all things Texas related football, make sure you check BD and I out tomorrow. But more importantly, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, checking out the Horns Forward podcast. We love you all. Jackie, cue that beautiful exit. Horns Forward, baby. Let's go.